My cholesterol is way down. I came into this practice weighing about 193 pounds. I didn't consciously join this practice to lose weight, but the last time I weighed myself, I weighed 168. I just turned 81. Yeah, I've been exposed since probably mid-80s to chiropractic, and I've been attending different chiropractic practices and so I've always been faithful at getting adjustments at least twice a month. And in November of 2022, the chiropractor I was seeing was going to retire, and he couldn't figure out where he was going to be. And I had run across your practice at the home show the previous summer, and I kept the information, and I called, and I came in, and I recognized immediately that this was a practice that was different than what I was used to over the preceding few years. Well, I had a friend who introduced me to a chiropractor, and I listened to what the differences are between conventional medicine. Well, number one, I very seldom get sick, okay. And number two, I just have a lot more energy by having my central nervous system in alignment. Yeah. And it is now a way of life. And we had a mutual friend, Warren Brule. I saw Warren until he retired, and his practice was similar to this. And I would travel from Palatine, where I lived at the time, all the way to Winnetka, to Glencoe, to be at Lakefront. I met Warren, and he introduced me to supplements and nutrition, and then he up and retired. I made a couple of dramatic changes when I began with your practice. Number one is I gave up sugar. I consciously avoided sugar. Number two, I really modified my alcohol intake. I love a glass of wine, especially red wine. I'm not depriving myself. I've cut way back. If I'm going to have a glass of wine, I have a glass of wine, and it's not a huge pour, but it's an okay pour. But one glass is, and maybe that's 3 times a week now, rather than 7. Number one, my blood pressure is like 114 over 68. My cholesterol is way down. I came into this practice weighing about 193 pounds. I didn't consciously join this practice to lose weight, but the last time I weighed myself, I weighed 168. If I can get down to 155 someday, that's probably pretty good for longevity. Well, it's just having the energy to play with my grandchildren, to go skiing with my grandchildren. We've already got a ski trip planned for next year, February. Park City, Utah, our go-to place. There's nothing like skiing with your grandchildren. Now they're going to be 18 years old. The twin boys are 18, and then we have a 16-year-old. And we'll all be on and I think my grandniece is coming, and she's 9. And now they all snowboard. I still ski, but I don't, that's fun. That's fun. I get to play with them.
So quality of life is much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone that is trepidatious or scared of chiropractic?
Well, there's nothing to be afraid of, number one. So I would say, don't be afraid. Actually, take some time to invest in yourself. And that's what it really is. It's an investment in yourself and your own longevity and your own fun. I mean, it's not a tough, this isn't like boot camp. It's the central nervous system. Everything revolves around the alignment of the spine. I come to totally believe that. I know that works. That's what I've learned, and I keep learning. I keep learning every time I go to a seminar or even a community dinner. I learn something new. Well, number one, I enjoy the community, and number two, I get to learn stuff. I get to learn stuff that is applicable to my life today.